Welcome back to the Craft Moment. This week, we were talking about how when you are really a follower of Jesus, you are going to act like he acts and want to get to know him better. So you can tell that somebody is a follower of Jesus by their fruit, not their watermelon, but by the way that they act. So we are going to make an adorable watermelon today to help us to remember that our fruit matters. So what you're going to need today is 2 pieces of construction paper. And now, of course, you can make your watermelon whatever color you want, but if you want a traditional watermelon, you're going to want red and green. Have you ever eaten a watermelon that's like that yellowy orange color? Those are really pretty. I haven't eaten one, but it sounds fun. So of course, you can use anything you like. You're also going to need a little bit of white paper for the eyes. You're going to need some glue and some tape. So let's start this out with the eyes. We're going to cut 2 circles for the eyes. So of course you can always freehand them, and I like it if they aren't exactly the same size because it makes it look a little bit more like a cartoon. But if you would like for them to be exactly the same size, I've got a little trick for you. I have a quarter, and we're going to use that as our guide. So I'm going to put it on the paper. Okay, now let's cut those out. All right, so these 2 white circles are going to be your eyeballs. Go ahead and set those aside, and we'll use them in just a little bit. For this project, you're going to need your construction paper to be a square. So you can measure it with your ruler, of course, but let me show you an easy way. So this is the short side. So we're going to make it to where the long side is the same length. So we're going to turn it so that our paper is like this, and then I'm going to draw a line right there, flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Yep. So now I'm going to cut along that line, and we will end up with a square. Okay, so now you have your 2 squares. You're going to put them together. So the entire time we are folding, these 2 pieces of paper need to stay together. And if that's tricky for you, you can glue them together ahead of time if they're moving around too much and it's hard to fold. So holding them together, I want you to fold it in half with the green on the outside. Now remember what we always do when we're making folds. This is going to be really important today. Remember, we use our finger and we push down so the fold is very flat. Okay? So now you're going to open that back up to where you see the red. Now this is kind of important right here. You're going to make a fold from the half fold that you just did. And you're making a triangle, but you want it to go all the way down here, and you're going to fold it in about 1 inch worth at the top. So you're going to do that on every single corner around. So you want this side to match that side. Make sure that you don't go too far down. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Now you're going to turn it around, and you're going to do the same thing again. Okay, so now you have this shape. Now what you're going to do is take this flat part at the bottom, and you're going to fold it up. This is going to be your watermelon rind. green part of your watermelon. So you want it to be straight all the way across. So it's gonna look like that. Okay, so now you have both of those edges folded down so you can see the green like a frame. It kind of looks like a weird mouth right at this moment. So what you're gonna do, these pointy edges, now we're going to fold those, but not a lot. So turn it where your green is down, and you're gonna fold this point back. Turn it and do that on both sides. Okay, so about that much is how much you're gonna turn that point down. Okay, so now you can turn that, fold a little bit. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is this point right here, we're gonna fold this point back all the way on each side. Okay, so from the front, now you see this. From the back, you see these points sticking up, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do about that in just a minute. So turn it around and again, fold those points down on the other side. It may feel a little bit lumpy because you're folding through two pieces of paper, and that's a little tricky to fold through two pieces of paper, so just take your time. And we will kind of straighten out those lumps as we work with it. So right now, this is what your back looks like, and this is your front. So in a minute, we're gonna fold it in half and make our watermelon, but this is a really good time right now to put on our face. So I'm gonna take those eyeballs that we made and go ahead and glue those on right now. That's okay. And I'm going to take my black marker and I am going to color some big black pupils in the middle. I like my pupils to be big because I think it looks like a cartoon. Of course, you can make your eyes however you want. If you want it to look like a girl, you could put eyelashes, you could put eyelids, totally make it how you like. I'm going to put some eyelashes on this one because this one I didn't. And I'm gonna put a cute little smirky smile. And I'm going to give her a little watermelon seed nose. So for a watermelon seed, all that you need to do is do a teardrop with your marker. And you can put as many seeds inside of her as you like, or don't put any if you don't like them. Okay, so you're gonna do your seeds around her face, and you could do some on the other side. However many seeds you like. So now we need to make our watermelon stand up. So make sure those pointy sides are folded in. So we have these triangles that we folded here. So you could do this with glue. I'm going to do it with tape because I think it's a little bit easier. We're gonna use those little triangles as a stand. You might need some tape on the inside, so I'm going to put it like that. Bring this in and overlap it on. I'm also going to put some tape on the outside of it. And that's not going to be a big deal because you're going to set it on the tape and you're really not going to see it. So same thing for the other side. All So now you can kind of stick your fingers in there and fluff her out so she's nice and round looking. And there you go. There is your great, oh, you know what? My pointed fold on this side came out, but it's totally fine because I can just stick it back in. There you go. And there you have it. A great little watermelon that can stand up on her own and remind you about our lesson of bearing fruit so we can act like